Welcome to Real Racing TV, top asphalt blistering 3/10 of a mile madness from our very own Southside Speedway. Stay tuned for interviews, tech talk, and some outstanding racing. Greats like Bobby Allison and Denny Hamlin cut their teeth on these four corners. Be prepared for an awesome show. And now, here is your host, Sean Cook.
All right, folks, we're down here with Donny Newman, who won the last Grand Stock race out here. Tell me, how did it feel when you passed that line, you saw the checker flag, and you knew you'd won that puppy?
It's a great feeling, a real great feeling. Did a lot of hard work. All my crew, they work real hard every day. They come in my house, and it's a nice feeling to be up front.
Well, that's fantastic. A winning car, the number 69. Now, the race before that, you got spun out and then hit by the 33, right? How did that feel?
That was terrible because we were sitting up on the front row, and the number 90 car dumped some gas on the track, and we hit that and sent us around, but we came back from 24th to 4th, so it was a nice run still.
Well, folks, watch out for the number 69 car. Now, you want to give a shout out to any sponsors or family?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank David's Towing and Recovery, Great American Steak and Buffet, J.M. Kaiser Incorporated, Haas Ali, Ben Lazar, and all my crew. You know, if it weren't for them, I couldn't be here.
Well, you think you're going to win it tonight, man?
I'm going to sure try. I ain't going to say that. Last time I said that, we spun out in turn 1 and 2.
All right, folks, the number 69 of Donny Newman. All right, folks, Mark Newman, driver of the number 31 Grand Stock car. Now, look, man, it must have felt good to win that race, but God, it must have felt bad to be disqualified. Tell me how it felt to go from thinking you won a race to realizing you got disqualified. How did you deal with that?
Well, I've been DQ'd before, but this one really hurt because, you know, of course, my brother won that night earlier, and it's with Jenkins sweep that was, but then it wasn't, and it stung a little bit.
Hey, but you know what? You got to win. They can't take that away from you. This poor man here got DQ'd by those evil people who stepped over to the dark side. What was up? I mean, did you know you were cheating or what?
Well, they got me with a A-arm, and, you know, it had been altered, but last year it went through tech fine, so I left it on there. Yeah, it wasn't an advantage. People might disagree with that, but I got an illegal one on there now, and we got the pole, so that obviously wasn't it.
The pole! Mark Jenkins with the pole. You know what? You might not have won the last one, but you might have won this one. Watch out for the number 31. You want to give a shout out to any sponsors?
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to Virginia Concrete Pumping. They've really helped me out this year a lot, and my brother Jenkins Brothers Construction, and Keystone, of course, and I want to give a shout out to McCray Electric and the challenge that they're doing with it. Starting on the back, you get a chance to win $500. That's really cool. I'm glad someone's finally stepped up and get this opportunity to win some money.
That's right, folks. If you need any electrical work done, McCray Electric is in the phone book. They're behind this track, and you should be behind them. Stay tuned to see if Mark Jenkins brings it home, and probably more importantly, if he gets through tech. All right, folks, if you've been watching the show, you would have seen the 0-0 of Keith Machta getting around the track, but this is the man behind the story, Mr. Machta. Now, are you Keith Machta Sr.?
No, I'm Fred.
Fred, that's unusual. Most race car drivers, it's like this person senior, this person junior, this person senior. So that's good. It's not quite so confusing. Keith, what happened last race, man? You were doing so good, and then it seemed like, did you have motor problems or what?
I had problems, but it had to do with other motors and people in other cars, not so much my vehicle.
Folks, Southside Speedway is not short of its controversy. I just don't know if I really want to get involved in all that, Keith, but tell us what happened, man.
You know, the car was running good. We had some problems in the heat race where somebody just wasn't thinking and hit us in the back of the car and knocked the whole axle off. And, you know, we got the car fixed and, you know, came out and started dead last, and it was up to 5th place and was passing for 4th, and, you know, just got caught in another racing accident. I'm not going to say any names because, you know, it's all, I got to come back out here and race with these guys again, you know, so.
Well, you broke an axle last week. I broke an axle too. Those axles are getting hard to find, aren't they?
Yes.
Where did you get yours from?
I get mine from Chesterfield Auto Parts.
You must have taken the last one because there wasn't one there. I had to go to Cunningham Auto Records to find my axle. And Mr. Cunningham, thank you, because we'll be out here next week. Which axle did you break, passenger side or driver side?
It was passenger side. And Sean, I've got 6 axles at the house, so if you need one, just give me a call.
Hey, well, I might need one by the end of the season. All right, folks, stay tuned. Maybe tonight's the night for Keith Machta in his brand new car. Now, do you want to give a shout out to any friends or family or sponsors?
Let's see, our scorekeeper. What happened to our scorekeeper? Linda!
We need the scorekeeper. Okay, this is the girl that hopefully is going to skew the numbers and make Keith Machta at least 2 or 3 laps ahead of everybody else, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Got that right.
You want to give a shout out to anybody else?
My other son should be up in the stands.
All right.
Brian and his girlfriend and her son. Other than that, we'd like everybody to come out and watch a good race.
Yes, sir.
And we're looking forward to being in the front.
All right, folks, Mosley Rose is rocking out over there, and we're down here with Chris Hutt, who is Hutt, and the car owner, Rino Marchety. Now, Rino, I hear that you've got my rear end over at Stock Car Products. You're going to try and fix it for me, right?
Yeah, a little bent up, a little broke up, but we'll get it fixed.
Rino, thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. I tell you, these people down here at Southside Speedway are a great bunch of people. Chris, I'm not going to try and be funny or anything, but this season isn't going the same as last season. What's going on, bud?
Well, the competition really stepped up. You got 10 or 12 guys are pretty stout in the way they do the invert for the heat race, and it's just hard to come up through there in a little short time we have. But
now, how did you do on qualifying? How did you do on qualifying?
I think we qualified 5th or 6th, somewhere along in there.
Well, folks, the competition must have picked up because we got a #1 car builder here, a #1 driver here, the 01 car behind us. So stay tuned to see if Chris Hutt can put it out front or not. All right, folks, we're in the middle of one of these wonderful songs. We're down here with Bradley Vaught, driver of the #8. Man, Bradley, you've been battling this season, man. Where are you at in points right now, and how are you feeling about the season?
I think I'm the 3-way tie for 4th. I mean, I feel pretty good about the season so far. Tonight the car's a little tight. I think I overdrove it in qualifying trying to get the pole, but I guess we'll see for the 100 lapper tonight.
Now, where are you in the pole position?
I think I'm starting 9th. I'm not completely sure. I think about 8th or 9th.
All right, well, man, listen, good luck tonight. You want to give a shout out to any sponsors?
Yes, I want to give it to Window World, 189 inside windows, 647-4490, and Curtis Bear Electric, 370-3363.
Folks, it's people like this that are behind Bradley Vaught, driver #8, and watch out in the upcoming race, because what are you going to try and do, Bradley?
I'm trying to go for the win tonight.
It's funny, I've heard a few other people say the same thing, but that's what makes for the great competition out here at Southside Speedway. So stay tuned to see Bradley Vaught getting around the track. We're down here with the 18 Grand Stock car, Fred Key of Key's Towing. Last week, this man, Jason here, helped me out big time because my car was stuck in the middle, the axle was busted off. The owner of the track told me I had to get it out of here because they had a bicycle race, and this man right here managed to pull it up on the back of his rollback, get it into the outside pit, and drop it off. I don't know how he did it, but listen, Keys Towing is a great place to come. Now, Fred, the worst news of all, if you're watching the show last year, you'd know that Freddie Key, when he won, which was very often, would nose his nose up right over there and light up the back, and you couldn't see anything because of all the rubber. That must be really disappointing that you can't do that anymore, Freddie.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I think the fans like it.
Well, I think your lungs maybe will do a little bit better. I mean, how you sit inside a car full of rubber smoke, does it hurt?
Yeah, it hurts a little bit, but you hold your breath long enough and go for it.
Folks, stay tuned for number 18 of Freddie Key in the upcoming Grand Stock race.
We are green flag racing down into turn number 1. 23-22 Grand Stock automobiles head down in. Mark Jenkins looking for 2 spots in turn 1 already, but it is Brian Slivy breaking out front, the 03 car with the clean air off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, who will lead lap number 1. Whoa, Donny Newman sails his Hoosier tires down into turn number 1, hangs on and gets a great run off of turn 2 on the outside of Gary Burton. Down into turn number 3, Chris Hutt is now settled into the 2nd spot. The battle on the track is for 3rd. Jason Beck to the inside in the 41 automobile. Fred Key in the 18 on the outside. They work down into turn number 1 off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Donny Newman follows the hole through on the bottom, says he has a very, very fast car, and he knew it'd be faster when the sun went down, and it is just about gone here at Southside Speedway. Some smoke out from underneath the 10 car of Ashworth. Don't know what that might be underneath that car, but it's only in the center of the corners. Might just be some tire smoke coming out of the right rear rubbing, it looks like. 03 car off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch. Miss Slivy leading the way, and he is out front. Chris Hutt, the closest competition, a car length and a half at the most down the straightaways. Great battles getting ready to start mounting up for about the 7th and 8th spots. Richard Skeens, Timmy Nice, and Gary Burton all back there fighting for those spots on the Southside Speedway service. Down the front stretch, Brian Maslivy in the 03 car is your leader. The 01 of Chris Hutt runs second. Jason Beck in the 41 running third. Donny Newman in fourth in the 69. Fred Key in the 18 runs fifth. Back into the top 10 we go. Sixth spot, Timmy Nice in the 52 car. Great qualifying effort. Helped the 52 car be up front for the start. And he runs just outside of your top 5. Seventh spot right now for Richard Skeens. BK Wilson works the inside of Gary Burton for the 8th spot. 9th spot now up for grabs, 8th and 9th. As the 00 automobile of Keith Machta now inside of Gary Burton off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch they will head. That battle still going on between the Hutt automobile and the unsponsored Burton number 11. Other challenges going around the speedway. Matt Ashworth works to the inside of Richard Lipford down the backstretch. Woody Ellington will follow suit. Oh, Gary Burton goes around. Jenkins dodges him right off the inside. Miss Libby back on the throttle. The 03 car down into turn number 1. Our first caution coming. Every lap is counting for these Grand Stock automobiles tonight. So we're up to 14 laps out of the 100 complete, and Chris Hutt honks the chrome horn into 3 on the 03 automobile. Miss Libby still able to keep it out front right now, showing him the back end of that 03 car, but Chris Hutt gets less than a foot off the back end. 00 Machta trying to inside. Here comes a move on Fred Key down into turn number 3. Timmy Nice, the 52 car is hooked up. The sponsorless ride off of the bottom of turn 4 into the top 5. Leaders going by Woody Ellington's automobile. Freddie Key now racing out with Pop Lipford down in 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2, Pop Lipford to the outside. Freddie Key on the inside. Fred Key trying to stay up ahead of Pop Lipford right now. Mark Jenkins trying to aim the front end of his Monte Carlo. Caution flags coming out. Richard Lipford around and catches a little bit of Jersey wall in 1 and 2. Ryan Maslivy back on the throttle, 30 laps on the board, 70 to go when he hits the stripe. Here we go, 69 laps left on the board to go. And it is Brian Maslivy, Chris Hutt, Donny Newman already to the inside. Jenkins looking inside of Ingram, gives him the racing room, makes sure he doesn't turn the man around. He doesn't want to have to pass everybody twice. He outbreaks him into 3 though. Ingram goes up to the top of the track, 31 car draws even off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch, the man going after the McRae Electric. Hank's Barbecue, $600 bonus. Donnie Jefferson's folks, along with Mike Cole's folks, putting up $100. And D. McRae and McRae Electric coming up with $500. Mark Jenkins, the fastest qualifier tonight, started 23rd on the field. Now runs up in the top 10. He's inside of BK Wilson off of turn number 2. Give him that spot. 3 wide down into turn number 1. It's not going to work. BK Wilson goes around. Tony Ingram Sr. continues on. Caution will fly. Travis Libby into the throttle. He's going to get a great break away from the Chris Hutt 01 car. Keith Machta not so lucky. Here comes the 31. Thinks better of making a pass to the inside before the start-finish line. Does his work in turn 1. These cars, the first time in 2007 on the Hoosier tires, and the first time for 100 laps in 2007. BK Wilson right between your 2 leaders in turns 1 and 2. Trying to stay right behind Brian Maslivy. Maslivy, your leader, down in 3, getting ready to swing off of 4. BK Wilson between your top 2. Philip Clark coming back out onto the speedway now. Tony Ingram Sr. and Justin Brown just ahead of your leader. Brown trying to stay on the lead lap. 65 laps are complete. Hutt finally gets the room. He moves to the inside of BK Wilson off of turn number 4. The second place car will clear the 82. Leader trapped behind a race for position. The 9 of Tony Ingram Sr. racing it out with the 55 of Justin Brown. Off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, the 03 car on the outside as those 2 cars settle their battle with Brown. Still ahead of Maslivy. 67 laps complete. Mark Jenkins looking like he might lose the spot to the 00 car of Keith Machta now. Maslivy blows up. Your leader has blown up off of turn number 4. Chris Hutt, your new leader. Maslivy must have known it was coming. He hit the apron as soon as we saw smoke. Caution will come out on the speedway to check the track. But Maslivy, as soon as a puff of smoke came out, he was already on the apron, so I don't believe we probably have anything on the track. Didn't see any cars slipping. Getting ready for green flag racing action. Chris Hutt got a couple of hot mobiles behind him. Down into turn number 1 they go. Whoa, man, BK Wilson almost catches the back end of your leader trying to get back on the lead lap. Donny Newman rolls up on the back end of the 82 car. BK up to the top of the track. Now your top 3 automobiles are getting ready to occupy the backstretch. Oh, Beck has the back out of the throttle not to hit the 82, but down into turn number 3. Here come your top 4 cars. Underneath and by for clean racetrack. Chris Hutt, Donny Newman, Jason Beck, Timmy Nice. And that would be the problem that stopped him from forward motion there. The 00 Keith Machta now will head to pit road. Attrition becoming massive here at Southside Speedway. Caution flag is out on the track. Green flag's coming back out. It'll be 3 laps down. Awesome effort, though. Donny Newman down into 1. He's going to get to work on the back end of the 01. Off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Tightens up. Can't make the run to the inside just yet. Settles back down. Gets his groove down into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Chris Hutt. The clean air is the story all season. Hutt has it. Newman wants it. I tell you what. Whoa, Newman. A shot to the back end of the number 01 automobile. Newman started 6th. Hutt started 3rd. They run 1st and 2nd. Jason Beck started 4th. He runs 3rd. He says, you two get into it. I'm ready to take over the top spot. Down into turn number 1. They both drive in hard. 86 laps on the board. Getting ready to be within 10 to go. Trying to be the first driver to wear the Hoosier collar down in victory lane. Hutt. Only 4 more circuits left on the speedway. The biggest battle right now for top spots. Timmy Nice inside of Jason Beck. He's got the nose there. Can't make the pass yet. Down the backstretch, the 52 car still battling it out with the 41. That is a battle for 3rd for Timmy Nice. He's to the inside again with the nose off the corner. Not able to make the pass just yet. Beck into the corner. The two make slight contact entering the corner. Beck pulls to the top of the speedway, gives him the running room. Leader catching Philip Clark off of turn number 4 and coming down the front stretch. 2 to go is the signal for Chris Hutt in the 01 automobile over Donny Newman. Jason Beck and Timmy Nice down into turn number 1. Caution coming out on the speedway. It will be a green-white checker. Tony Ingram Sr. is down in turns 1 and 2. Timmy Nice and Richard Skeens going to try to see what they can do if the front 2 get into it. Off of turn 4 they come. Donny Newman down in the corner. They all buckle up. Newman to the inside. Here comes the 69 car. Down into turn number 3. Newman drives it in. Off of 4. They make contact. Down the front stretch. Hutt at the stripe on the white flag. Down into 1 they go. Trying to give the racing room. Hutt clears him down the backstretch. Chris Hutt down into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Newman sideways. Chris Hutt, Donny Newman, Jason Beck. Gary Burton is around off of 4. Philip Clark hangs on to the 17 car.